Hey, this is Craig Ford with another Mayor's Minute, and it'll be the last one we do for the year 2024. So Happy New Year, and by the time you see this, it will be 2025. So I'm wishing you a happy and a prosperous new year, and want you to know our thoughts and prayers go out to all of you that lost loved ones during this year. And it seems like during the holidays, there's a lot more people that have funerals, and a lot of people pass away during that time. It's just a sad situation. But if you had that situation happen to you during these holiday season, I want you to know you're in our thoughts and prayers. Just to bring up someone, I usually don't bring this, but an icon and a pillar of the community, Reverend G.E. Robinson passed away. And I will be attending that funeral, and just wanted y'all to know that please pray for his friends and family. I know his son, Grady Robinson, who's a pastor, who's a friend of mine, but wow, what a loss to the community, but what an impact his father made. And really it's a celebration because we know where he's headed, and we want to pray for Grady and his family and just thank the Robinson family for the impact he had on this community. So let's get on with the Mayor's Minute. I want to tell you about some big news that's happened in City Council this week. We had City Council on Monday instead of Tuesday because of the New Year's Eve, and we're still open New Year's Eve. So I just wanted to let you know that. But we adopted in the past a contractor to build our new City Hall. So that's exciting news to me. We're going to do a video about this City Hall. I was just talking to Michael Rogers to let the taxpayers know why we're doing what we're doing, because it's important for you to know it's your money that we're using to be able to build a new City Hall. And I want to explain why. This City Hall is sitting on the most valuable piece of property in Gadsden, in my opinion, and according to the appraisals. It's overlooking the river. It's beautiful. We have our master plan and the grow plan that you had input on, what you wanted here, what we have recruited. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a hotel situated on this property overlooking the Coosa River. We're seeking funding from our federal delegation for a pedestrian bridge from the corner right here that'll attach to the venue. So we'll have a hotel convention center. We'll have a rooftop bar. It'll generate revenue. So we're super excited about that. It goes hand in hand with our Grow Master Plan of doing the development called Coosa Harbor, which is the same development that a guy named Patrick Lawler from Gunnersville did in Gunnersville called City Harbor. So if you like City Harbor or hadn't seen it, go to Gunnersville, enjoy it, go to eat at Big Mike's Steakhouse, because that same thing is coming right down here behind Arby's. So it's a $20 million development. What did we as City of Gadsden taxpayers put into the situation? The land and $1.45 million in improvements and $1.5 million in incentives. So I feel like both parties got a deal. And I hope he makes a lot of money, because the more money he makes, the more money the taxpayers make goes back in our general fund. And I feel real confident about that, so I'm excited about it. Still, the relocation of Highway 411 is happening. So what will happen is you'll have a hotel here, all green space along the river, rolling hills, a natural bowl of an amphitheater. You'll have commercial retail development, and it'll connect all the way down to the 759 bridge. So there's some exciting news. I was just telling Michael Rogers, we were talking about planning. We're applying for a planning grant, and the grant is $4.9 million for Megan Bridge. A reporter asked me, said, wow, that's a lot of money for planning. Well, it is, but we're not paying it. We're applying for a grant to get the tax dollars, federal dollars, to apply for this grant, because Megan Bridge is a 4-lane bridge that feeds into a 6-lane highway on each sides, and it's a bottleneck. And as we grow, it continues to be an issue. Now, we hope the Eastern Connector, which is still ongoing, it's in SHPO's hand, and which was historical preservation something, and it's going to be switched back over to the Corps of Engineers. I've been working with the highway director and our divisional director. It's still moving forward. And I know there's a lot of naysayers say it won't happen in our lifetime. I disagree with you. It's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. You'll see construction take place, and I'm excited about that. And that'll alleviate some traffic off the Megan Bridge, but it's still going to be an issue. It's still a 6-lane highway going into a 4-lane bridge. So we have to apply for the planning grant first before we apply for the grant for the bridge from the federal government. There is money there in the federal government. It's just never been tapped before from the City of Gadsden. So due to my legislative experience and the team that we put together here and the people we've developed relationships in Washington, they're walking us through, holding our hand, showing us how to do this. But if you don't get the planning grant, you can't get the grant for the bridge. The bridge can cost up to $50 to $60 million. Well, do we have that? No. But can we apply for grants to get that? Yes, and that's what we're doing, and we know where to go to try to apply for these grants and to get this step done. It'll fix the bridge. It'll make it a 6-lane bridge, and it'll make it an updated and modernized bridge. And it'll also have sidewalks connected all the way to the hospital. And then with our grant that we did receive of $6 million to make it a walkable city from Noccalula Mountain all the way down to the West Megan Sportsplex. That grant's in the process now. We've already received that grant, so that's great news. And we're talking about the trails and everything that we're doing. I want to thank Mr. Milliken for helping us with the plan for that grant because we're utilizing some of his drawings and plans, and that's what allowed us to get the grant. So great help from a citizen in the community. So let me tell you, go back full circle. There's a lot going on to City Hall. This building is dated. It was built in 1959, 1960, and I want to read something here that was given to me by a reporter, which I found very interesting. The original bond issue to build this City Hall and 2 fire stations was $2.7 million. And he said if you're going to use October 1959 as the money date, because the project was announced in November 1958, the new City Hall opened in October 1960. So in today's dollar values of that $2.7 million, that's $28.9 million. Well, I want you to think about something. We purchased Regions Bank. Great thank you to our corporate partner of Regions customers here in Gadsden. Our Paul Stuyvesant at Regions Bank came to us and said, we want to be a corporate partner with the City of Gadsden. We think we can do a win-win deal. We don't want to make money off a building. The building appraised for almost $15 million, and we sold it to us for $2.8 million. And it included all the furniture, which is valued at about $500,000. So, I mean, I'll take that deal any day of the week. Then Regions Bank moved to the bottom floor, and they're paying us rent of about $72,000 a year. Merrill Lynch is in the other building, and they're paying us rent of about $100,000 to $120,000 a year. I'm not sure the exact figures. So we want to thank our tenants that are staying in the other building on the other side, which we purchased for $3 million, Regions Bank for $2.8 million, and we're building a whole new city complex for $16.8 million. So this is, to me, this is good use of your tax dollars. Now, why are we doing this? What's wrong with this building? Well, we're going to do a video of this building and show you what is wrong with this building coming up soon. This month, we're going to walk around and show you how the men and women have to share bathrooms together. If the men go in, they have to lock the door. They lock up 7, I'm trying to be kind in how I say this, 7 bathroom facilities. There's female urinals back in the day that are not used. They're clogged up. There's rust. There's black mold. There's asbestos all in this building. It would take more money to gut this building than it would to build a new City Hall. This building has served its lifetime of City Hall. What's going to come here? Why would we just move City Hall to Broad Street and do this and just vacate a building right now that we're able to sit in? Because we have the hotel development coming here. So it's like an accordion and everything's working well together. And I tell people all the time, I really feel God is looking out over Gadsden because it just seems like things are just clicking right in place. And I'm excited about that. So I'll move on from that, and I'm very excited. If you want to see the plans, they'll be posted up on the City of Gadsden's website here shortly. It's going to be a beautiful facility. It'll be ADA compliant. It'll be more accessible to the public. It'll have, when you walk in, there'll be boards showing you where to go, how to conduct business at City Hall. So we're excited for you as a citizen to be able to utilize your services and your tax dollars, and it'll also help improve Broad Street on the 100 to 300 block, which we're excited about also. So let's move on. What else is coming? Man, we got a paving crew coming. We're going to start paving streets faster. I know everybody's going to start putting on there, well, pave my street, pave this street, pave this street. Let me tell you what we did once again, because some people missed it. We rode around with a GoPro camera every street of the City of Gadsden. We sent it off to this company. They rated them red, yellow, green. There are red streets that need to be paved. Yellow streets would love to be paved. Green streets don't need to be paved. We're paving the red streets first. We're not paving in certain areas. We're taking the politics out of paving, and we're going to pave the worst roads first. So if that hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, but that's what we're doing. I feel like that's the right thing to do. So we're going to start paving a lot of streets as fast as we can with the paving crew. We've already got all the equipment in. We're hiring the crew as we speak, and we're about to start milling up roads to get ready for the spring when the temperature gets above the certain level and we can start paving. I mentioned the Megan Bridge paving, the Megan Bridge planning grant that we're going to do with the sidewalks. That's happening. I want to talk about the campground. The campground's going to Noccalula. Noccalula campground's going to open up March 1st to March 15th. Beautiful facility. If you haven't seen it, you need to ride up there. And don't tell them I sent you because you're not supposed to go in there, but I'd peek over the fence and take a look. I go up there all the time, and I look, and I just think, man, this is going to be something we're going to be really proud of, and we should, because we have a beautiful natural resource up on Noccalula Mountain, and sometimes, and me included, I feel like we take it for granted because we live here. But man, it's the 4th most visited place in the state of Alabama. What a beautiful resource. Everywhere I look, we're getting posted somewhere in the state, Business Alabama, or all these websites about, man, you got to go see the Christmas lights, the Noccalula Falls. So we're all excited about the Noccalula campground. We're looking forward to that for you to be able to enjoy and create a lot of tourism dollars and a lot of visitors to come up. Another project we're having is the amphitheater. We're putting a canopy over the rest of the stage. The stage is only half covered. We're not going to affect the aesthetics or anything to do with the historical preservation of that. It's going to blend right in. One thing we did that we've been doing before is put the rails up, which I think we needed to help the people get up and down the stairs. We're going to put the canopy out there so the performers can be fully covered. And then we're going to start trying to figure out a way to light the stairs going up and down or the stairwell for safety reasons. I'm big on that issue. And then we're going to tackle the bathrooms. In everything we do, we have to go through the historical preservation and the society and make sure we don't affect that, and we're not going to do that, so don't worry about it. Fishing tournaments. This will be the last thing because there's a lot more going on, and I don't want to bore you and go too long, but we have passed a resolution to make sure that we protect our fishermen and our fishing tournaments for the city of Gadsden. It is a huge resource for us, and is a huge reason we have the tourism that we have in Gadsden, Alabama, and in Etowah. It fills up our hotels, they buy gas here, they stay here, they eat here, and we enjoy the fishermen and enjoy the fishing tournaments. It's kind of what we're known for. So we're working to pass a resolution and trying to work with the state of Alabama, and we're working through our state delegation of trying to make sure that they don't limit our size of fish that is caught out of the Coosa Reservoir, the Whites Lake, whatever you want to call it, that feeds into here. So I wanted to let you know that. We're on top of that. We're working on it. But hey, let's end with this. Hey, I want you to have a happy new year. Buckle up, get ready, because we have no breaks and we're getting ready to grow, and it's Gadsden's time to grow, and we're excited about it. Thank you.